Hey everyone, it's time for another
Pick of the Week!
Hooray! We're moving through October.
Yeah, it is a nasty old rainy, windy day out there.
It is.
Door is still open though. We're still
John
going.
is committed. He has a fan going.
Okay. I am warm. I will always be warm. And I remember like coming in here in like the winter and you're like bundled up. This is before I worked here, and I'd be like sweating and just like getting my books and like getting out of here as fast as possible.
He's trying to make it a hostile environment for me. I think.
I'm trying to freeze you out and freeze you out of the business.
I see how it is. But I'm here, just wearing 5 sweaters.
Yeah.
But maybe I'd keep it a little bit too warm.
Yeah, the other day I did come in and the heat was on, and I think it was like 15 degrees outside, and I was just like, what are we doing here?
I like to be cozy. I saw a meme the other day. It was like, remember October? It used to be cold. It was like, sure, Grandma.
I do remember like trick-or-treating and like having to like unzip the winter coat to show my costume.
Yeah, snowsuits.
And now I'm like, I was wearing shorts yesterday and a t-shirt and like living the dream, so.
Hey, climate change.
Yeah, good and bad.
Good and bad. Speaking of Halloween, we have some Halloween giveaways. Not giveaways. Well, you give them away and you buy them from us. So they're called Trick or Read bundles. You get 20 for $8.50, and give kids the joy of reading instead of candy. Just try it out. It could be fun. Yeah, we got Star Wars, we got Witch Hat, we got Captain Marvel. There's a couple Spideys left. Cookie with Monsters. So different stuff. Pretty cool. Mix it up.
Yeah, instead of rotting kids' teeth, rot their brains.
Exactly. Print media is not dead.
Yeah.
We're keeping it alive here. And you can too. Enough of that. What's your pick?
My pick, speaking of the spookies and Halloween, I got Batman, City of Madness. This is actually the last copy we got right now, but I love this book so much, I was like, I'm still going to shut it out for my pick, because it was awesome. So this one is by Christian Ward. I love Christian Ward. They did Aquaman Andromeda, Black Bolt at Marvel a few years ago, but their artwork is, it's just, it's made for this magazine format. Beautiful stuff. Kind of the conceit of this book is like, what if Batman, but like a eldritch horror, and it is very good. So you got some Two-Face in there. He is like hearing a third voice, which is coming from the below, and yeah, it is just an excellent comic. You got the Court of Owls in here. You got a Talon facing a Batman from the below. This book is super cool. I gotta show Batman Below, because he is actually this Christian Ward artwork's out of control. He is just leveling up every single time. But this all started from him just doing a little fan art of this like Cthulhu Batman, and it spawned into this whole comic. And there he is. He is something else. This book is super cool. The artwork's incredible. It's cool to see Christian writing to a title. I know he did Bloodstained Teeth at Image, but now he's doing something for DC. You get the Court of Owls, as I said before. Love to see them popping up, and just they're like a part of Batman continuity now. But yeah, you got to check out this book. It is super cool. It's super weird. It's super spooky. And Ward's artwork is just incredible. So yeah, Batman, City of Madness. I got one left. If you want one and this one's gone, I can definitely order it in for you. What do you got?
That is a gorgeous book. My pick of the week, I got lots of copies, is Are You Willing to Die for the Cause by Chris Oliveros. Revolution in 1960s Quebec just came out from Drawn and Quarterly. It's, about the FLQ, who are, I guess some call them terrorists, they call themselves revolutionaries. The only thing I know about them before reading this is that they like kidnapped some people, and the government was really mad about it. And this book doesn't even cover that. There is a book 2 that will get into that, so I'm excited for that. But yeah, it really kind of is the story of these like real ragtag people who were trying to fight against colonialism and bad bosses, and yeah, really inspired, I guess, by the revolution in Cuba, and wanted to do some direct action. And I will say, like, they do come off as a little endearing, like, just they're kind of making it up as they go. It's interesting, like, there are all these different versions of the FLQ, like the government would arrest the leader, and then a few years later someone else would take up the organization again, and they'd get arrested, and then someone else would lead it. Really interesting. A lot of leaders were immigrants who fought in the world wars, and so we're used to kind of using violence to get their way. And I just think, like, I will say, yeah, reading it in comic book form is just so much more accessible, and made it like just like a lot more fun to read. And yeah, it's interesting. They kind of talk about how a lot of this stuff comes from transcripts that, like, the CBC was going to do a documentary, but then it got shelved. And there is, like, a lot of footnotes at the back about, like, where they did the research, so it does seem well researched. And just a really interesting story about a time, like, probably some of the most dramatic organizing in Canadian history. Like, you don't hear about a lot of people throwing bombs and Molotov cocktails. And it's funny, the title actually comes from an FLQ form that they're using to recruit people. And one of the questions was, are you willing to die for the cause? But it did not say actually what the cause was. So yeah, they were a real ragtag group, and not all the best humans. They definitely did a lot of mistakes, but I think, yeah, it's kind of a fun and informative part of Canadian history that I definitely recommend getting to know. I think it's also going to be our book club pick in January, and we are hoping to bring the author, so we'll send updates on that as well. Thanks.
Very exciting.
Very exciting. I love the revolutionary history. I need to read more.
I feel that. We all need to read more. Let's see what we got for the giveaway. We got the point one reprint. Ooh. One Bad Day Bane. I think that's pick of the week at one point. And Blue Book, also a pick of the week at one point for me. Excellent book. Who do we got?
Who is the lucky winner? Da-da-da-da-da. It is 183 Wade King. I don't think they're here anymore. I'm gonna pick someone else. 145 Nathan Burns. Congratulations. All right, thanks everyone for tuning in. Have a good day.